Yo, mama.
Someone
All that.
asked me today. Someone generally asked me today. They were like, he was like, "Hey, you seem like a guy who would know this. What happened to all the Mega Man fans out there?" And I was like,
They're around. What are you talking
we're,
about?
I was like, "We're dying. We're starving. We're starving. We desperately need a new game, please, Capcom." So,
There's just not a
uh,
market for a kid who has a cannon in his hand, man. What can you say, you know?
listen, if Sonic can get a movie, can get a trilogy, and Mario, I mean, Mario should have been got a good movie, and he did. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
it's time for Capcom to step up and
Mm-hmm.
do their thing. So,
I'm not ready to see the wave of merchandise from his pet sidekick, man. you
what?
know.
Not no. Damn, I can't remember because I don't like that Mega Man. What's his name? Damn,
Oh,
Rush. There it is. Rush. I remember
I
it.
was,
I took him.
I was about to say the fact that you were struggling to remember that pet sidekick's name just shows how popular Mega Man lore is. Then Jake, you
Oh, I
No,
can't
know.
it's
believe
just
that new
no.
Wallace and
It's like
Gromit
it's
movie.
it's just like I just don't care for that Mega Man. I just don't. I think he's boring. I've been on record
Mhm,
saying this before. There's so many cooler Mega Mans of me, and he's just the boring as
mhm,
one. Now Ian Flynn, rest his Actually, no, he's alive. What am I saying? Ian Flynn
mhm,
did a great comic series with that Mega Man. Really a lot of add a lot of stuff to him. It's just that he's not. I just find him not interesting compared to the other things that happen afterwards. So, you know.
gotcha.
I mean,
I,
for God's
the,
sakes,
the
Cryptid,
last,
that
the
that
last,
series goes on to be a post-apocalypse story. Okay, there was so many other
wow.
things in the universe.
I think if I were to say what my generation of Mega Man was, it was this one. I think it was at CW11, right, where Mega Man was basically an AI. Like you had this one. Oh,
Mm,
y- you
that's
know which one I'm talking about, right?
the Mega Man Battle Network. Ooh,
Yeah, yeah,
when they went
that's
through their Pokemon phase and they had the different versions. Yeah,
pretty much, man. It got so at some point, I'm pretty sure the writers were like saying, you know what, screw it, let's just make this kid full on Mega Man. So they found a way to fuse that AI Mega Man with the actual kid, so that they can have actual battles in real life.
yes.
So
And
like,
then they took that concept and they made that the actual plot of the next Mega Man over. My favorite Mega Man, Mega Man Star
hmm
Force, Geo Stellar. But
hmm
gameplay wise though, Battle Network is amazing. Though it's not my favorite like story wise, but gameplay it's like really fucking solid. So I recommend it.
gotcha. Yep,
So
yep. See, this is a better use of our time talking about like a franchise that needs more spotlight as opposed to the resurrection of a blonde girl from Spider-Man, you know? A
no,
certain
yeah,
blonde girl.
yeah.
I
Whole
like
point of not putting her as a topic was to not talk about her at all. Can you start the show?
okay, okay. You guys want to go ahead and get started?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Comic Fanatic Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Secret 415. I ain't no intro vending machine, so move on.
Mm.
Yeah, you are.
And my name is Jake Tylenol. One of the last Mega Man fans to exist, and we will starve and we will die out here until we are fed content.
Ace Comics, Bricky Wall. That's it.
Mhm.
Fair enough. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, and I'm Eepy.
Mhm.
Oh. And
Yeah.
together we form the Fanatics and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. Tonight on our Monday nights, we have our special media news and comic news. We're going to be talking about some cool things today, like Eggman Recast, the Recast Eggman movement. Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2 has been revealed. And much more. Oh, Amadeus show news as well, and much more. We also have socials, which now I have the socials right here, but do you want to do them yourself? Do you want the luxury of doing it or
Yes, because that's my job.
okay? All right.
My job. I'm still trying to figure out a way to say I do a podcast in fancy business people speak so I can put it on my resume. So Jake, if you know anything about that, you DM me about that, okay?
All right, I got it.
Anyway. Anyways, so first of all, subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel so that I have a reason to put this on my resume. Um,
Yeah.
long story, don't worry about it. You can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69 because we do post stuff on there sometimes. Yeah. But if you don't want to follow the whole squad and you just want to follow me, yeah, boy, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. I think we might have to fix that later, but I'm lazy. Anyways, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. I do post stuff on there, and if you've been paying attention to my Instagram, you would notice a very special announcement that's now pinned. Ooh. Anyways, you can also follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Northstar Aria, and you can find me on Xiao Hong Shu, also known as Red Note, at Witch of Jotun with a U. And back to that announcement, I am opening up art commissions, so please hit me up on Instagram or any of my socials for that matter if you are interested. My do's and don'ts are in the description of that post. So have fun. But yeah,
So,
but before I do that, before we actually fully get started, I forgot one very specific thing. Well, first of all, you might see Austin in a future production of something. I don't know what, but you'll see him. Trust me, you gotta look out for him. Okay.
If there's a wall, there's a way.
Yes. Yep. Cryptid, like you see him around sometimes. He's around, I guess, just chilling. But Jake, you didn't answer my question.
What's up?
Where are you?
Oh, right now, I'm climbing up Castle Mundus on my way to go to meet with the Godfather of Demons. I guess checking him out, seeing what he's like.
Also, to any Castlevania fans, if you look closely enough, you can see Austin in several scenes. Wink. Okay, you could see him in the scene where Richter is hugging his future girlfriend who is being possessed by a god. It was great. Loved it. He got paid a lot for that.
Yeah. But without further ado, we want to get into it?
Let's get on to the topics, audience. I guess I might as well start us off. Johnny Cage's first look.
I don't know if I think Johnny Cage, but I do like the look.
Yeah, some of the wrinkles, I would have rather prefer a younger Johnny Cage for this adaptation, but that's just me, So
yeah, it's got the energy of Johnny Cage. The poster does. So
does it, Jake?
Yeah, he looks more like Wesker. He looks more like Wesker. I think that was like, who does he remind me of? Wesker. So, no, but like the over the top, confidence of a Johnny Cage production film. It has that Johnny Cage energy. He just doesn't look. He looks more like Wesker to me. So
yeah. Maybe it will help if he didn't have that white shirt. You just saw the bare chest.
Yeah,
but that's just how I feel. Yeah. How do you guys feel about this? Austin, Witch?
I don't really care about Mortal Kombat as much as you guys do, so yeah.
Gotcha. Austin? Come on,
We've
dude.
talked about Johnny a few times. Seeing him doesn't change that I didn't like this actor choice.
Yeah. Carl something I recall. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he'll surprise, but the first movie, I think people forget that movie was trash. God awful. So
they literally killed the one entertaining character in that first film. Let's not forget that. Kano wins.
Yeah, but they seem to know that Johnny Cage is the selling point here, so we'll see. We'll see how this works. But am I expecting much of this movie? Nah, not really.
Can you imagine this character already outshining Cole?
Yes, I mean that's easy to do. Like he's a game character for one.
Gotcha. But all right. I mean, he's here. We got to see him, audience. So I guess we can move on to the next topic. I think that was the fastest topic we've ever passed by. So
well, we'll try speed run as many as we can. Nah, we have a time. We have time to make it work.
Gotcha. All right. Let's move on to the next.
Yes. So I didn't. So I wasn't even going to talk about this until this blew the fuck up over the weekend. This is the #recast Eggman movement.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I know about. I've seen this online firsthand. Wow. It was nuts.
I
think they should recast Eggman. I think they should recast him.
I don't know what's going on here, guys. So you guys are going to have to explain this to me. Wow.
So basically on Twitter.
Wait, hey, hold on.
Okay, you go first.
Okay. So yeah, basically, so this all started basically with Mike Pollock, who is a Jewish voice actor. And politically speaking, he sides in the Israel over Palestine issue with the Jewish community, the Israel community, to be more specific. Now, so I'm gonna give first off the rundown of basically how this escalated, and then we can get into our personal thoughts later. But basically, because of his stance on Israel and Palestine, things that I have not verified, but apparently he's been spreading misinformation about the topic, being very callous and the suffering of the Palestinians, calling them things such as collateral damage, and when it comes to things like that. So when it came to that wasn't enough to really make me put this on the podcast. But then I don't know what's been going on. I looked away from Mike for a second. I turned back around. This dude is become unhinged. There was
okay, unhinged is not the word I would use, but sure.
Okay.
And if I can find it really quick on my phone, but there was a tweet basically where he was talking about they were talking about oh wait, hang on, let me see. Oh, people were talking about recasting him, and then how he was and someone was talking about how there are other great Eggmans other than him, and this guy named James Hunt on Twitter, he's just a guy. He says, "You forgot one important person who voiced Eggman, the late Dean Bristow." And then Mike Pollock comes in and he says, "Maybe if he had been on time, he would have been included." Oh wait. And I was like, "Oh my god,
that's so fucked up." Oh my god, that was so fucked up.
Right. And I was like,
what was that implying? No, I just
basically he was making fun of a dead actor. Basically, that's why everybody was kind of mad at him.
Damn.
So and then he was making jokes when it came to he was making a joke or something, and then someone was like, "Dude, it was an inappropriate sexual joke," and someone said "Dude, it's a minor," and then he was said something to the effect of they're kids, they've heard worse anyway, so who cares? Which, I mean, he's not wrong, but it did help his case. But basically, it's been a series of tweets one after the other, and people are already mad at him about the Israel and Palestine stuff. So you add that all together, it created the Recast Eggman movement. And this got so bad, it started trending all over Twitter for, I think, the rest of the night. And I think it's the pressure, it's implied, I think the pressure got a little bit to him, because someone made a video about it, and then apparently they got a cease and desist from Mike Pollock, which YouTube declined or whatever. But yeah, that's basically the rundown. I'll go with my thoughts, and then Which will go with his thoughts. I'm sure we'll disagree on some things, but I think at the end of the day, I think we'll come to agreement.
I mean, you basically said everything that happened. So
right.
I think they should. I think they should, because if you're going to be very inappropriate, then especially towards minors, I am going to have a little bit of a problem with that.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
But no one ever wants to listen to what I have to say. Especially when it comes to stuff like this, because I'm not the master at everything. But I think it's extremely fucked up how he was acting, and I feel like he should get recasted, because if you're gonna act like an asshole,
Right.
Yeah, how about you not be weird and creepy towards minors? How about that? Have you ever thought about that? No? Well, you should think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a saying back in my time growing up, right? If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So.
And don't call innocent people collateral damage. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I got into a conversation with somebody. This is so for anyone who knows my whole stance on Israel and Palestine, it's very neutral. It's a topic that's existed long since I was born. And to be honest, personally,
about that, but whatever.
Well, I'm neutral in the sense it's a topic that's with two other countries. This has been their beef for years. I know we have involvement in it, which is which I don't. So I guess at the end of the day, I don't mind people having a problem with us being involved. And if you want to have that discussion, I'm more power to you. I won't be able to be educated in it, but yeah, have that discussion. Wherever you fall on the issue, that's where you fall. I think my issue with it only came to the reason that I didn't really care about this to begin with is because I don't like the idea that an actor can't have a belief in something. Even if Mike is wrong, right? Even if he's saying things are just inherently wrong, that's his beliefs, and he's not directly as far as we're aware. He's not directly using his wealth and influence to like donate to Israel for the bombings or whatever and all this other stuff. Like,
well, we don't
he's
know
just-
that as well.
Yes, but until we do, all he is just a guy saying his opinion on Twitter. And it's not like Mike Pollock is famous. I mean, Cryptid didn't even know who this dude was. He thought I was talking about Jim Carrey when I brought this up. So
Yeah, yeah. I was like, what the?
so it's like his footprint on this issue is very little. So for this alone, I wouldn't have said recast Eggman. I also but I think the thing that gives it a little more credence is just how he is kind of spiraling to a point where it's like, now it's seeming like this is pretty risky for Sega to keep up on board if he can't get it together. So
yeah.
Keep in mind, I've seen people get blacklisted for just smoking weed before. Okay, so like this is a bit more of a problem that Sega should look into.
I mean, like, wasn't there like something we talked about a couple months ago where studios kind of like if they feel the need that they have to control an actor's or voice actor's Twitter just to minimize PR damage, they would have to. I mean,
yeah, that was for like Disney, right? That was like a Disney thing.
Okay, yeah, Disney. So all right,
yeah.
So
yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was like a Universal thing, but I thought it started with Disney, and they were like, let's just do that.
Okay.
But yeah, I think with Mike, which is a shame because he is a really good Eggman. He has been Eggman since I was like what 6 years old. And Sonic X is when he first showed up. This anime you see on the screen, and he's been Eggman from that show to the game since. He is the longest surviving actor in the Sonic voice acting pantheon. So and I know people are downplaying him now because they don't like him, but like I said, he's really good. He even has a really good comedic range if you go watch him in Sonic Boom. So I guess for me it's a shame if I have to see him go because he's one of the few Sonic voice actors I like left. But I mean, like, hey, cut it back,
Yeah.
Maybe not talk all creepy towards minors. Have you ever thought about that?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, this kind of shows me that we ain't gonna be seeing him in the convention in the near future. I mean, maybe after he dies down a bit out for a year or so, but not anytime soon. So
right now we don't know if Eggman has been recasted yet, and you won't know until the next Sonic game over. So not the one coming out, the one after that. That's when you'll officially know. But if Mike Pollock gets recasted, this will be a historic day because that means everyone from the Sonic X era of Sonic voices will officially be gone. So, there you go. So, but yeah, Witch, anything you want to add? Anything you want to say your piece on it?
I have a lot of things to say, but like if I want to be able to put this on a resume, I cannot talk about him right now because I can't talk about my political beliefs.
Well, didn't Mike Pollock just show you that? I'm just kidding. But yeah, it is what it is.
Don't call people collateral damage and don't be an asshole and don't be creepy towards minors. I feel like that's all I can say right now.
Yeah.
There you go. Austin, do you have any thoughts on this dude?
Nope.
Okay. Well, there you have it, audience. I mean, got any final thoughts before we move on?
I think I'm all right for right now. Unless I remember something later, then it'll come to me.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. So let's move on to the next topic, audience. Who wants to announce this one?
Not me.
They're changing John Kent's Superman name.
Yes. And they specifically gave a reason why. So yeah, audience, John Kent's going to be part of a team coming up. I think it's called Secret Six or whatever, right? Where he's going to be teaming up with Dreamer and Jay Nakamura. They're going to be part of the team, and I think Deadshot's going to be in there too. So apparently, John's going to go under the name of Superson, and apparently this is being
That's so stupid.
So sad.
No, but apparently this the reasoning behind this is they wanted to do this to kind of help separate John from Clark from the upcoming Superman movie, so they don't want to offer any confusion,
And I guess confusion to who, but so like comic fans, they know.
I mean,
but
I guess I guess, the global box office in general.
That doesn't read comics.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, people who see the movies.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Changing his damn like I don't know. I know this is the thing with DC since the beginning. They've been doing this since like Dark Knight, I think, where it's like they've been trying to make one thing at a time. So
Yeah.
um,
hmm
yeah.
But
But
mean,
yeah,
like
it's like
I guess if I have to try bringing some logic into this, I guess it's just that the upcoming DCU Superman, right? He's going to be a younger version of Superman, right? So
Mhm.
they just so DC Comics just doesn't want people confusing, that version of Clark Kent with the young version of with the young Superman in comics, which is John Kent. I
I
mean, also doesn't
suppose,
help. I mean,
but
also doesn't help much that John Kent just does look like a younger version of Clark at the end of the day.
I
I
suppose.
want to do a side by side. I want to do a side by side comparison here. I have this picture.
Oh yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see that.
Come on. I mean, yeah. See what I mean, guys? Like,
Not
come
I
my
on,
think
just put.
fault.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think my issue, I think my thing is like, but Marvel doesn't have this problem. Marvel can have like, I mean, we can all complain about how they change the characters to fit the MCU all they want, but like Miles Morales and Peter Parker can exist at the same time, whether one has a movie or not, and
Well,
they'll look at, you know what I
but
mean?
the thing is, nobody would ever confuse Miles and Peter or Steve and Sam. That's the
I,
thing.
I guess I wonder if they would have done this if it was Batman, because they do the same thing. Like with Batman, you can have more. The only reason Matt Reeves gets to stay is because it's the Batman. Like it's the one thing. But like I think they tried. Wasn't they trying to do something with Batman recently? They said, "Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Superman and Lois. Yeah, Superman and Lois. They cut Superman and Lois out because it was like they were getting a Superman anyway, so they didn't want to have
Mhm.
two competing brands together.
Right.
But and I feel like they would have done the same with Batman too, because we know earlier, back in the day, you could have Batman on television because they had a Batman movie out at the same time. So,
Okay. Gotcha.
so I think it would have happened regardless.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it's a shame. So
Gotcha. I mean, what to play devil's advocate, what name would you have given John Kent? I know Superson kind of sounds a little lame, but would there have been a better name out there?
I just would have titled the book John Kent Superman. I think you could have made that distinction, but I guess if not, well, you can't do Superboy. That's a demotion
Yeah, I
too.
know. Damn.
The Super Pal.
Super Super Pal.
No, super friend. There you go, super
Super
friend.
friend, your super friend.
I'll be your super friend. Yeah. Mhm.
What's the super gentleman? There you go. The super gent.
Yeah. No. Super tomorrow or whatever, But yeah, you guys
Tomorrow,
do. Yeah.
the Tomorrow Man.
Okay. Tomorrow, man.
Mm.
I mean,
That's
just ignore
something.
the S. Yeah, just ignore the S on his chest, and just think
Well,
tomorrow, man.
Well, see, on Krypton, the S means tomorrow.
The S means hope, apparently, Jake, or it means
but the S,
steel.
but in the dictionary how there's like a word with two definitions. This is the other definition. It means tomorrow.
Mhm.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, again, look at the parallels between these two, man. Dude.
Yeah, no, they do look similar.
Yep.
I mean, but that's not even an excuse too, because it's a comic, so they could just redesign John. Like they don't have to. He doesn't have to stick with this look. I just think that I think it was more the Clark Kent thing, but
Gotcha.
I don't know.
But all right then. Any final thoughts before we move on?
I can't wait to hear John's justification in universe for why he's changing his name, even though he's doing perfectly fine. But whatever.
Hey, just say Amanda Waller gave it to him.
Amanda Waller? Didn't she make him a slave for like a month or so?
Well, John is joining a group of villains, so I don't know. I guess he must have liked that lifestyle. I don't know. So
Okay.
Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that we can move on, audience. Austin, this is you, dude.
Okay. Yeah, Donny Cates announced his return. I think the last book he was on was Hulk, and they got no, it was Thor, and someone took over and ruined the book. But it'll be his first return since writing Thor 2020.
Yeah.
So 2021.
Yeah,
Nah, it's
specifically after
exciting.
specifically after his big accident, which is why he had to leave the Thor book so midway, you know?
People who don't recognize Donny Cates, he's the person behind the 2018 Venom, King in Black, Absolute Carnage, and all that stuff. That whole big event year.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's happy. Yeah, a lot of people are happy he's back. He's already teased potential books,
Mm-hmm.
so we're just see where he comes in at. I guess
What's he teasing?
Gotcha.
he didn't really tease like yeah. He just says he's going to write a book.
Oh, he's just
Mhm.
writing in general. Okay, I thought he was like, maybe I got a fantastic thing going on. Like I don't know.
I mean, you gotta remember, like Donny Cates, dude was like a freaking rock star when he made his name in Marvel. You know, like his books would just sell on his name alone. Like Marvel trusted him enough to put 2 events
Uh,
on his one book. You know,
so one of his hashtags was kids love change. So people think that he's the ghostwriter. That's
Wow.
it.
oh, too easy.
I
Too
don't think
easy,
that's why the girl book got canceled. So Don Cates
man.
come in fresh, whatever he got to do with it.
Gotcha. I mean, remember he did create Cosmic Ghost Rider audience. You know, he was hot for a time.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, that guy really blew up. I think he even got a tattoo of Cosmic Ghost Rider on himself. Hey, that's dedication. It's like having your child tattooed to your body.
Mm.
But this is all good news, you know. Again, he was a character that he was an actor who damn, why am I not being why am I word jumbling here? He was a writer that had a lot of traction with him, you know. I still remember getting my signing from him at Comic-Con. When I got into his booth, like dude, he had rock star music playing all booming all over the background, and I think there was like some smoking going on in terms of fog audience, you know. So
Mm.
yeah, yeah, good for
He's
him.
about that life, you could say.
Yep, he lives a rock star life, you know. I know one of his bucket list items though as a writer is he definitely wants to write for Constantine one day. You know, good for him. Hope he gets that role. In terms of what oddball book he could be writing in Marvel, Kenny, who's to say? You know, who would you, Austin? Who would you want him to write?
I don't know. Other than him write the mainline Spider-Man, I don't really have a pick right now. I think a lot of characters are in a good place other than Spider-Man.
Gotcha. You know what? Give him the Ghost Rider title. I mean, we know there had to have been a reason why that Ghost Rider book got canceled a couple weeks ago. So maybe this could be why they're saving Ghost Rider for Donnie. You know. So alrighty then. Any final thoughts before we move on?
No.
Gotcha. Guys, I gotta say this, you know, I don't mean to jinx us, but dude, we'd already have
Oh,
Then don't say it. Then don't say it. Just
we're
don't.
halfway
You don't
through
have to
the
say it.
all the
comic.
time.
No,
Yeah, it's
no,
actually-
no. Just no. Next title.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. So, all right, guys. Andra gets a Masters of the Universe one shot by her voice actress.
I was reading the thing and I said, "Who?" Andra. But she's from.
It was the black female character from the Kevin Smith show.
Yeah, the one that
was she cool?
The one that they queer baited with Tila audience.
Yeah,
you know?
when they weren't queer baiting her, she turned out to be all right. She was the daughter of I believe, the Master at Arms.
Gotcha. Oh, she didn't turn out to be all right. Is that they just kind of had to write her out of the show in general, given all the backlash that show received for pushing the female characters in place of He-Man. You know.
But keep in mind, I think they forgot. I think they forgot one thing.
They didn't kill He-Man off.
I think they forgot one thing. It wasn't called fucking He-Man. I watched some of it. I liked it.
Yeah.
You say that. You say that like it's
That's fine. We
justifying.
all watched it. We even reviewed the final season.
You can find that on our channel.
No, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about all the fucking dude bros that love to review bomb shit and not give things a fair chance because the quote unquote woke agenda.
Well, if there's
The
one
problem
problem
Don't try
that
to
should be
undermine
about
that.
the
mine,
problem is
undermine me
Kevin
on that.
Smith.
Not try to undermine me on that because you know damn well
No
I'm
one's
right.
trying to undermine you like you're trying to undermine us by assuming we're doing it immediately.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the dude bros. I'm not talking about you guys. There's a difference.
I don't think they're really a case to undermine you here. Okay, it really was review bombing. The problem was Kevin Smith went out his way before to keep telling you it's a sequel to the old show, and then every step he did within the first part of 2 seasons was changing everything nobody cared.
Yep.
From characters like designs, backstories, whole motivations like Evelyn, everything just thrown out the window and changed, despite it supposed to be connected to a whole 4-season show that already existed.
Yep. And it's clear, like
So
it was. Oh, go ahead, Austin.
no, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. And I know it kind of felt like it was evident that the writers did have the course correct a lot when it came to Masters of the Universe Revolution.
Revelation.
Yeah.
No,
Revelation was part
was
1.
after. Yeah, Revelation was the first part, the one that a lot of people hated, but then Revolution followed after that, and that was one that a lot of people liked. But you can't help but notice, like Andra, she was a completely forgettable character in that because I don't like. I guess originally they wanted to push her into the show, but again, backlash happened. They needed the star to be He-Man and all the other male characters there, and they were left with like, what do we do with Andra? Okay, there's a man of arms position. All right, let's just have Andra take that position. All right,
And-
we need a new king of a new ruler of Eternia. Okay, let's just let Andra do it. Like, she had no
And
story.
now she got a one shot. So who's laughing now? I'm just kidding.
By her voice actress. Like,
Yeah.
I really
I'll
like,
get back on. I do think Wish was right. It's because other than killing He-Man, which, like I said, if Kevin Smith didn't say a lot of stuff he said before the show, I don't think killing He-Man would have been that controversial. But when you tell people back then come in and get your nostalgia feel, and the first thing you do is kill off He-Man, you know they're going to be mad.
That was
And
crazy.
when it comes to like queer baiting and gay characters or anything like that, those are easy characters for these type of people to hate. So even though the character wasn't gay or queer or bi or anything like that, they was baiting it so hard that no one cared.
Yep.
And then I think people stopped caring when part 2 came out because all of a sudden happened evil win.
There you go. But there's also kind of one other thing I want to talk about this, right? When you had to go to the point of having to bring in the voice actors to be the writer of this comic, I mean, that kind of shows to me, at least that kind of shows to me that the character, there was nobody else willing to do this character, so you had to literally go to the actress. It kind of reminds me of the situation with Dreamer, where man, that actress from Supergirl is still the only person writing Dreamer. Audience, like, damn, I even think that. I even think that Secret Six book, the one we were talking about, where John, he's gonna have his name changed and he's gonna be teaming up with Dreamer and Jay. That book is being written by that actress of Dreamer. Like, dang. So it's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Ain't picking this up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just overlooked. So. All right,
my problem with this isn't the character itself. I liked her as man arms and her stuff, her little arc in the final season. It was just everyone else had big arcs as well, so hers kind of got pushed down.
I found that
I don't
so
see
weird.
the point of a one shot for her in this universe when you having like announced or clear cut a season 3 or anything. because we know
Yep.
it's not leading to other comics, so it feels like random. Just be like, here you go, one shot for this character that people with devices on in a
Mhm.
comic book series that isn't going on or happening at all. Because it's not connected to any other He-Man book that's going on right now. It's still connected to the show, which hasn't been
Mhm.
continued in a few years.
Yep. I mean, hey, that's just to me one indicator that, like, despite Revolutions being, well received show, right? It it did a lot of damage control and good stories and good actions, right? But I don't know if a lot of people ended up coming back after the controversy of Revelations, because again, they didn't announce a season 3. To
I
this
feel
day,
like if
they
people
still
would
haven't
came back, Kevin Smith didn't. His response to people being mad wasn't like, "Wow, I wish I did those things," and try to like gaslight you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't bait
Yeah.
you, nostalgia bait you into coming back. I guarantee you,
Mm-hmm.
most people did not come in like thinking. A lot of people did not come in for the idea of Kevin Smith writing this story. They came in like, "Oh, it's a continuation from the stuff I remember when I was a kid, or the little stuff I already know about the movie."
Yep. Yep.
To be fair, with
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, I think all his books have always been weird and divisive. Like the Daredevil Guardian Angel, we had the ghost kid or something. Well, Mysterio.
Black Cat?
Yeah.
Did he do a Black Cat run? Am I mistaken for somebody else?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
He
it was
was. He did
divisive.
run that.
Every book he does divisive like this.
Jake, his Black Cat book was the one where he told that Black Cat got raped.
Oh, the evil men do. That's his story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Evil men do.
it's when he
Yeah.
made her. It's a book where he talks about he didn't want to make Black Cat a stereotype, then went out his way to make her a stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? Not for nothing. It is the most known Black Cat book. Like knowing nothing about Black Cat, but the Spider-Man interactions. That is the most known book I know from her. It's the evil men do. So
Guess what? It's not her most selling one.
Well,
no.
yeah. Well, Jake,
Probably
you
not.
gotta read. You gotta read her Jed McKay run. That was pretty good. It had some good
Yeah, her
moments
Jared
in it.
McKay run is her best selling run so far.
Yep, that's the one where she had
He was almost
the
in the top
iron.
10 with that one.
Yep, that was the one where she had the Iron Cat suit. The one where she had that one date with Buttrock the Leaper, which, like I say, fantastic issue.
Did we cover that on the channel? We covered the original, the initial.
Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did we finish the
We
run?
cause we talked about that after the Iron Man Captain America crossover book. It kind of felt like a sequel in another way, with Captain
Yep.
America showing up in that and all that stuff.
Did we finish the run or did we drop it?
No,
The run just kind of ended.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It ran its course,
She was never meant to have like a regular ongoing. It was always miniseries or miniseries.
Yep. That's true. So, all right, audience. I mean, I don't think any one of us is going to be picking this book up.
If it's
so-
good, I'm sure we'll hear about it because I'm still in with all the niche comics. If it's good, I'll review it. But if not, I don't really know what you'll do with a one shot with this character. Because it still seems to be before she became Master at Arms, based on like the cover.
Yeah, if you gave this to a well-known writer, I would see some hope of this being good. But the fact that you gave this to an actress who never wrote a comic, I mean, come on, what are the odds of it being that good?
She might have taken a semester course in college about comic writing. I don't know.
Okay. At best, it might be passable. That's the only thing I could see. So, all right.
There you go.
All right. So, all right then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic, audience. Marvel Comics to celebrate Amadeus Cho's 20th anniversary.
All right, guys.
I mean, we got like a little animation for the Young Avengers.
For Spider-Man book.
All right, guys. You tell me, what do we have 20 years to celebrate for Amadeus Cho? Like, just tell me, because I don't know anything about this character. So,
Jake,
before he became so lost, he did have a few fan stuff. Him being a kid genius, because he was one of the first real kid geniuses we had who actually had beats, unlike Moon Girl. And we're like, oh, this dude's a genius.
Was Valeria around yet? Did she do anything?
She was around, but she's still like a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because she's smart, but her she still have child tendencies to get in the way of her genius.
All
Okay.
right. You can see him play mental chess with other intelligent beings out there. She even had like Ant-Man's helmet for a time. And let's
Yeah.
also not forget, when after the events of World War Hulk, right? He and Hercules actually were leading the Incredible Hulk book for a time. Hercules being the brawn and him obviously being the brain. So
There
he
was
does have
a
that.
comic called I think this was before Amadeus Cho fully became like I think Bronner or whatever the fuck he was calling
Mhm.
himself at the time. But there was a
Yep.
book where Hercules died and it was his funeral. And we learned a lot of
Aw.
stuff about that book. A lot of stuff about different heroes in that book. It was great.
Oh man,
It
if
really
Hercules
Yeah,
is.
dies,
yeah. We learned. We
Amadeus needs
learned.
to go
We
with.
learned about his many like superhero lovers. Two of
Oh,
them were from
Yeah, it really
Alphaville.
wrote over.
come on.
It really wrote over the history of a few characters just
Yeah, I
to
mean,
hype up Hercules for no reason.
I would think like at a funeral, you want to talk about like all the person did in their lives, like the people they touched. But now you're bringing up all his lovers. That's what you're taking away from the funeral.
Cryptid. It was about what he did in his life. Okay, that was not inaccurate. So.
I think it was fine, but having Black Widow of all people and some like two other people, I feel like it goes against their whole character to say and do what they did at this guy's funeral. That was mainly my problem with it. The North Star team that Witch is alluding to was funny though.
It was so good. He was like, "Well, I gotta go."
Of course, it has to go back to North Star.
Hey, no, wait. He also fucked Snowbird, okay?
Also,
And
Cryptid,
then
don't
she
you
called
know?
his ass out.
Don't you know all directions eventually lead north? All right.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, but yeah, in terms of this, Amadeus. Oh, fun fact, right? Speaking of groupies, he almost was the male stud of an island full of Amazons audience.
Well, there you go. Good for him.
Yep.
If he was smart, he would have pulled it off.
Sure.
Yeah, this was during his remember when he was holding off the Incredible Hulk book with Hercules. Yeah, Amadeus was chosen to be the male stud to breed a new generation of Amazonian women.
Wait, well, this was
And you see,
Sandra or Lyra?
I don't think either of those two were there. The most I recall from that was Hercules, outside the window, right, looking at Amadeus and giving him the biggest smile and thumbs up he can give. Like, bro, do you need saving? Like, I could do this if you want, but like, you good?
So far, y'all best comments about this topic that's celebrating 20 years of Amadeus Cho is talking about Hercules.
That's true.
Oh man, yeah, that is telling. But let's be real. The only reason they're even doing this 20th anniversary is because remember Amadeus. Like it sounded like he was going to be in the last Captain America movie until they cut him off.
Yeah,
So
he was going to be in that. They put him in the current Spider-Man show, which he's most likely going to play a big role later. Because these three already been written.
Oh wait,
yeah,
also I just remembered he was in Ultimate Spider-Man and he got the Iron Spider armor and he was like he was a side main character.
Who cares about Ultimate Spider-Man?
A lot of people care about Ultimate Spider-Man. The hell are you talking about?
No, the show, not the.
No, yeah, the comic.
No, that's what I'm talking about. People like the show.
Yeah, I mean that just goes on to show
There's
like
not enough to be like we need to celebrate 20 years of a character.
But no, seriously, that
Plus,
just goes
he was
on to show,
also
like,
on the Agents of Atlas, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
course,
20 years.
I would argue.
Congratulations, you was on a failed book. Good for you, bro.
Well, it wasn't.
Clap your hands.
It wasn't a failed book. It was
Where the sales at? It'll still be going.
Hey, blame the
So I thought.
pandemic.
No. You can't tell Witch. We can't go out our way to tell Witch that some characters don't sell and then act like it's a surprise when your character don't sell. Okay, we have to keep that energy.
Gotcha. But
20 years.
For the time Agents of Atlas was out, man, I thought that was the best use of Amadeus that the writers have done it with him in years. Because beforehand,
I
he
get
was
it.
on
Fuck
Champ.
you
He
all
was
for
on
putting
Champion.
him with Luna Snow, because that I didn't like that. I hated that. I hate every part about that.
Hey, Austin, did you not listen to me earlier when he was supposed to be the male stud of an island of Amazons? That was the same writer who did that
That
Luna
doesn't
Snowship thing.
change
That was
anything
his
for me,
re-
bro. Fuck
that was
him.
his
Fuck that writer, okay?
that,
Jake,
Greg Pak.
find out who this writer is.
Greg
For who?
Greg
Pak.
Pak?
For
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
For the
Greg Pak?
Amazon thing?
Guess what, Greg?
yeah.
I'm
Greg
about to
Pak.
send
Yeah.
this man an email right now. Greg Pak, Twitter.
Jake, Austin, look at it this way. This is like a father trying to hook up his son, man. Come on,
I don't know
giving
how
him
involved I want to be in my
Guess
son.
what? He about to get
giving
hooked up with an angry email. Congratulations.
hey, this is like this is Greg Pak saying, "I'm giving you the opportunities that I never had when I was your age."
Austin, I want you to go to sleep. Forget about that. Austin, I want you to go.
I'm on
Austin, I
Blue
want you to
Sky
go to
right
sleep.
now.
Austin, I want you to go to sleep. Forget about this email. Wake up and you get another email. He's like, "Fuck you." It's like, think you gonna talk to me like that?
Yeah, I would like it if Luna Snow pops up in here. That would be cool. I have to keep my track record of collecting every single Luna Snow appearance in comics after all, audience. So, yay.
But I guess you can say it's been a totally awesomely mid 20 years for Amadeus Cho.
I
I mean,
know,
we also
right?
got an animation for the Young Avengers earlier, so
No,
this year, so that was cool.
is Amadeus Cho in that?
No,
Oh.
we didn't even get Tommy
guys.
in that one because he didn't debut until
Guys.
2006.
Oh, okay.
Guess what? Rick? It could be a word. He could be Iron Fist and just get killed off.
Don't do my boy Tommy like that, okay?
Yeah, well, I do know, like, in some video game adaptations, they did give Amadeus, like, a Taekwondo fighting style. So, yeah. All of a sudden,
so
now
he's
I'm just
me.
remembering. Yeah. Oh, so now all of a sudden, I'm just remembering, like, his time in Champions, right? Do y'all remember when he was making out with Viv?
No,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't read Champion.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He
Well.
kissed her. He kissed her, and then it was before the writer decided to just make her gay. Gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
she
she
tried to
wanted-
kiss Ironheart, and Ironheart's like, I'm straight. Leave me alone, please. And that was it.
No. Here
I'm
was
sorry.
here's the exact scene, right? She was wondering if her sensory receptors in her tongue would feel anything if she received a kiss, right? So she full on had a make-out session with Amadeus, right? And afterwards, like when the rest of the champions found them, they asked, "So did you feel anything?" And she's like, "Not a thing. Perhaps I should try a different gender." As everybody was looking at Kamala.
Well, hang on. I'm a that's not gonna work for my traditions. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, Amadeus, he was like scratching the back of his head, looking away, like you didn't have to put it like that.
I know, bro. I know. I feel for the boy. That hurts, bro.
Yeah. You felt nothing. Yeah, you felt nothing, right? Like you could definitely see that there was tongue and everything. Amadeus was giving it his all. Like,
What kills me about that is that
I
she
emailed Greg Pack. If he responds, I will talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What kills me about it is though
Jake,
that she tried though. It was like she tried. Like she did it for minutes. It seems like, and then she was like, "Nah." I think that hurts even more. Because Amadeus really thought he was doing something, only to be told, "Nah, see you ain't it." That's crazy.
Oh, dude. Well, we got a free smooch session at the end of the day, so there you go.
It hurt. It hurt worse than just not having the smooch session. I promise you. That probably hurt his soul. 20 years of Amadeus
trying to give people consolation flyers for getting L's. That's crazy.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think of other feats Amadeus had, that could lead up to, remember he's supposed to be
being the guy in the chair for Volk and Hercules with like with his best era. It's kind of like the Rick Jones situation where people can feel out their way to have to give these characters powers, and they really just ruin the person. Because once you get them power to just a standard hero at that point, they kind of lose a lot of the charm.
I would say like versatile, because like I kind of like the idea that he had like a hand in like a lot of the devices in the in Marvel, like having Ant-Man's helmet for a time, right? Reverse engineering that, or even having the Iron Spider suit, like in Ultimate Spider-Man. Oh, let's also not forget, he's the one that quote unquote cured Bruce of being the Hulk.
You said that like you were going against what I said, but all you did was reaffirm everything I just stated.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Maybe it played out better in my
Jake,
head.
down talking.
So.
Hmm?
Down talking.
Mhm.
Get
No.
wrecked, son. Mm.
There you go.
I'm just trying to think of feats for this guy, man. It's been a while.
20 years of
Yeah, because they
Amadeus
don't
Cho.
do it anymore. We're celebrating we're not celebrating 20 years. We're basically celebrating 15 and then 5 years of that.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I might pick this. I'm likely going to pick this
Jake,
up,
I told you. You have to say everyone's that. Critter, think about it. It's a Pepe been like 70 years for Uncle Ben. It's like, yeah, he died and then he didn't do anything. I guess he was around.
He came back one time when Doctor Strange did
He gave
that
up like
thing.
3 moments in time. Yeah, he was a clone at some point. That's about it.
Wait, but he does have highlight reels now because Ultimate Spider-Man.
Mhm.
They're giving him his
No,
highlight
I
reel.
just mean in general though. It's like,
Oh no, I know what you mean.
yeah, the character's been around, but most of your years you're not doing anything of note. Then why are we celebrating?
Hey, he was a character that also helped the Punisher out for that one short movie. Remember?
You know what I do? I
I think Perry Amadeus Cho with the Punisher will actually be a cool cop.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, Punisher needs a microchip out there after all, audience. So.
No, also,
Yeah, well,
I do
that's it.
75 years. I do 75 years of Uncle Ben, and it's just every Spider-Man issue where Peter mentioned Uncle Ben in it. And there you go.
Oh, I would
That's
just
his
get every
impact.
time he got shot in any medium.
Here's what you do for an Uncle Ben lineup of variants, right? You have him meeting the Uncle Bens of other heroes, man. Like,
What you mean, like Uncle Ben's of other Spider-Mans or just other heroes in general?
other heroes in general. Like, you see him
Okay.
popping up in Captain America, talking with Abraham Erskine. You see him going to Iron Man, talking to that other guy that died in the cave. You see him. I don't know who else.
Jensen.
Who's considered another Uncle Ben in Marvel.
I don't know if everyone has an Uncle Ben.
Those who would count, at least. So.
No, well, a lot of people have a character that died earlier on to motivate them. Yeah, like Punisher's family and stuff.
Yeah.
It's the main death that triggers your transformation to a hero.
Yeah.
So is Miguel full of shit because it's not Uncle Ben? That's the part. You don't have to. You just need someone to die for you to be a hero in general. It seems like.
No, Miguel isn't wrong. Miguel's thing wasn't just it being Uncle Ben. He didn't like make Miles to have Uncle Ben. It's just saying someone fills that role. Someone fills the role of Uncle Ben, and someone fills the role of the police chief.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Gotcha.
If only you could convince your dad to retire.
This kind of happened that, remember, Miles lost his Uncle Ben with his uncle in the first movie, and then the only thing left was the police chief who has to be his father at the same time.
Listen, all that Miles has to do is get to his universe and convince his dad to retire in less than a day.
Sadly, a lot of people to the other universe. Couldn't that one just die? And then he's already dead. Should that count? Should that cancel out?
No, wait, no. Are you saying the
that's
dad was another
universe?
Oh yeah, I guess so. No, I thought hers
and the
canceled
universe
out
where Miles is Prowler, his father's already dead. It's just
right.
Even it out. There you go.
Oh yeah, okay. So we're just killing people.
I like how we went from Amadeus Cho to Miles Morales, audience. So.
20 years of Amadeus Cho.
There you go, audience.
It's just not like that. All his best moments were before he got superpowers. No one liked Totally Awesome Hulk. At first, it was interesting. I'll give him like the first 10 issues interesting, but after that, when he just started doing every Hulk run he can think, from Werewolf Hulk to like getting chased by Thunderbolt Ross and everything else, it's like, bro, this is terrible. And then after that, like I said, I liked him as Braun, but I didn't like a lot of stuff he was doing. So it's not like all my best moments are like 15 years ago.
Yep. He had a coyote sidekick, audience, for a time.
It's on this totally awesome cover.
Shout out to the genius who always showed his genius on panel and when it mattered most.
That's true. But all right then, audience. I guess with that we can move on to the last topic tonight. Go ahead, Austin. This is you, dude.
Oh yeah. So Ultimate Sabertooth, it's a debut in like 2 Ultimate Wolverine issues.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because, like you see, they're doing everything they can not to show his full unshadowed design. So I am interested to see how he does it. I don't like the red eyes, bro. It kept making me think he was a vampire.
He looked like a feral man. Like, god dang.
I'm
That's
hoping
kind
this is just how it looked on the cover. I really don't want him to be to look like this in the book. But I wonder how they're gonna do it. Like Witch's book Witch reviews Ultimate X-Men. They have Dakin already.
No, he
Wolverine's
doesn't go
here.
by that. He's just Akihiro. He's just Akihiro.
We have this old nigga, and then this book we have Wolverine. We have Sabertooth.
We have two more.
So
we have two more old ass bitches.
I do believe that Laura kind of already exists in the timeline. So I don't know if you remember that with Wolverine existing, they already retconned the thing we saw Wolverine's dead body.
The skeleton.
So I'm thinking Wolverine either been captured for a while or he's been experimented on. There are probably a lot of Wolverine clones just already made.
Yeah.
I feel that's kind of how you fix this storyline. So we already saw this with Nick Fury with the LMDs and clones. They already in the one shot of the Ultimates. And we kind of already saw them do the bullseye androids and stuff too. So they're not like ashamed of making more of one person.
Yep. Oh, what if you go the extra mile and say that this version of Sabertooth is just a clone of Wolverine?
I fucking swear.
Funny enough, I think they're going to do the brother thing. I think they're going to make their brother thing fully canon. That's the most casual view of their relationship. And I think I think it makes their relationship a little bit more unique. Because people don't know. Sabertooth doesn't like Wolverine. Because Wolverine killed his brother, who was an asshole, at some random point in time. So he found Wolverine while Wolverine was drugged up at Ravencroft Asylum. And it told him, look, bro, you killed my brother. I didn't like my brother, but he was mine to kill. So now I'm just every birthday, I'm gonna come fuck you up. And I'm gonna spend my rest of my life tormenting you like I tormented him. You're replacing my brother now. So having him just be his actual brother, just like erase that step. I think it still works fine with their rivalry.
I have a question for you. Since we're bringing in all the ferals, the feral mutants, do you think that we're gonna get Wild Child?
I think Wild Child is going to be full on Sabertooth kid in this timeline. I think there's not going to be any being there on the bush. He looks just like him, wears the same clothes. He's going to be his son.
Okay. You know what? Like, make this Ultimate Sabertooth Wild Child then. You know, shake up the status quo. You know?
Don't do that to my boy.
No. They're going to give him a son because they're going to tease Laura and the kid getting together, bro.
Don't do that to me. Don't stress me out like that. We have a lot of feral mutants here, and I do not want Laura and Kyle to get together, please. I like them separate.
We need it so we can have an Omega feral mutant we never had, okay? One of them is going to get put.
I just want Kyle just to hang out. Is that a crime? I just want him to hang out, not have to deal with anyone's bullshit. Okay, I read one of the more recent issues of X-Men where Wild Child just got almost gutted by Wolverine, and I'll never forgive Logan for that. So Logan, you know, I'm gonna do you worse than what Sabertooth did to you on your birthday. I'm gonna do it worse because how dare you touch my baby boy? And my baby boy's a grown ass man. He's like a grown ass man. Do not test my patience, Logan. I will come for you, and I will do worse than anything that Sabertooth has ever done to you. Do not touch my boy again. I'll fucking swear. Anyways, I'm very passionate about my favorites. Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm very passionate about the feral child. Okay.
who's a grown ass man who's probably in his like 30s.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing I'm kind of like expecting of this debut, right? From what I'm led to believe, Ultimate Wolverine, this is a really brutal and vicious Wolverine that we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
At least from what I was told, right? So if that's the case, this version of Sabertooth really has to up his game in that case, you know. So
I just want. So I think this Wolverine has like issues where he doesn't know his true identity. I want Sabertooth to still be on that shit. Like, I hunt you down on all your birthdays, and then he's like, "Well, why the fuck don't you remember me? It's your birthday, don't you know, you fucking idiot?" Wolverine's like, "It's my birthday. The fuck you talking about?"
You don't have a birthday.
What?
Work for the Russians.
Gotcha. Well, all right, then, guys.
People seem to think that Sabertooth is going to be Wolverine's son. Because this was in the original Ultimate Universe, Wolverine, when Sabertooth meets him, he says, "I'm your son."
No.
So you
I
basically
don't want to talk about the original Ultimate Universe. Okay?
So
He
Austin,
was messing with her. They're not actually related. He was messing with him. But I don't mind the idea that in this timeline that's actually his kid. In the same way, like Cap, Red Skull was Cap's kid originally.
Yeah, I was about to mention that too. You want them to pull a Red Skull Cap moment with this man, you know?
I think for Sabertooth specifically, I think it'll be interesting to have his son be like Wolverine had to deal with his like the daughter who follows after him, and the son who just goes fully off the deep end. I think would be interesting because as much as like people think that what Akihiro is, Akihiro really wasn't. Like he joined the Dark Avengers, but he hated Wolverine for a while, but that's about it. He didn't go up to like he was never Sabertooth dark. Sabertooth probably it's like Sabertooth is evil. Like there's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
like
he
the big
also
R word.
brutally disfigured my girl Aurora, which is like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you son of a bitch? She didn't do nothing to you. She didn't do nothing to you. If you're gonna have beef with anyone, it's gonna be the other motherfucker who looks kind of like a gremlin here.
Wow, it's a villain acting like a villain.
Yeah,
That's so
Jake.
surprising, right?
Hey, this is a mentally ill woman who has gone through enough, okay? And she didn't want to heed Wild Child's like body movements when he sensed that something was wrong, and then Sabertooth just had to pull up with his bitch ass. It's also one side on Sabertooth right now. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Yeah. Well, which if that's the case, maybe you should call the Sentinels.
I'm not
to
calling
go
no
after
fucking
Sabertooth.
Sentinels. I'm doing the job myself.
You gotta do it, man.
I'm not doing that. I am doing this shit myself. I will be fine. You know me because I am witch. You cannot stop me once I
am witch. You fool.
Exactly. I am cooler than Sabertooth has ever been in his entire existence.
You lowly mortal.
Hold on now. The guy in the movie in X-Men Origins was pretty cool. He wasn't Sabertooth, but he was pretty cool.
Fuck
yeah.
Don't say. Don't say what that.
But in this same article, I do want to mention that we got the teasers for the next big Ultimate situation. So
yeah,
I think I just covered it with last week or the week before last. But Tony Stark just woke up. Apparently, issue 12. I think it seems like him and Doom finally going to have their big disagreement, which splits the team, or at least Doom was going to leave.
okay.
In the Ultimate Black Panther 16, Black Panther Storm finally going their solo mission. And I don't know if you remember that Voodoo Witch Doctor kept saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna cheat on your wife with this lady. Like this is your destined one right here." So we're gonna see how that goes. Apparently,
you have no choice.
We get a full 6 fight in Spider-Man 17. Basically, Jake, you don't have a choice. And apparently, in Ultimate X-Men number 15, Hisako, journey through her inner darkness, wreaks havoc on her fellow mutants and reality itself. So we'll see how that randomly happens.
Bro, I just want
another out of control mutant. So we gotta call the Sentinels now.
No.
Whoa, hang on. No. I will defend mutants
here
because
wait. With the Ultimate Wolverine thing, it does say mysteries of Wolverine's past are going to be revealed, and a familiar face shows up. It really might be a skid.
Gotcha,
I was gonna say no. Because here's the thing: mutants are not as big of a deal as they are here. Okay, the Maker got that shit under control. I'm just saying. Okay, we don't need Sentinels.
They're still being made right now. Okay, we're still experimenting and making them. Give us a break. We need at least 10 more years.
We don't need Sentinels yet. We're not there yet. Okay, we're at the. Let's have a polite conversation about how we want to do this. Okay.
Give us 10 more years to make more powerful mutants.
So it's fine, guys. Stop talking about meat case. It's fine. If you know, you know. If you don't know, that's on you, bestie. That ain't on me.
Oh, but I was gonna say, I want the Ultimate X-Men to cross over with somebody, bro, because they feel like every time Wish talks about this, I'm like, do they even exist here? Like, it's the same time. What? It's just like,
I
I know
like
that's the
Yeah,
that.
it just
I like that it's its own
it just-
thing.
it
Okay,
just-
I like that it's its own thing, and so it can
No, no.
build up to something big.
I know.
I'm
I
not
know. I think it's
expecting.
It's not going to cross
I'm not
over. It's not going to
expecting
cross over
like
until they
a
go
whole
over
bunch
there to
of
get
teenage
someone.
girls. I'm not expecting a whole bunch of teenage girls to go like try to fight Wolverine or deal with the Russian
Yes.
government or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves.
actually
The
which you
powerful
say that.
girls would.
Actually, which you
Mhm.
say that, but I think that would be like a dope Halloween issue, like the Ultimate X-Men versus the fucking Wolverine, bro, or at least a Sabertooth.
Dude,
That could be.
that's dangerous. What the hell are you talking about?
I mean,
You want
yeah,
these
but it would
little
be.
girls to die?
The powerful girls would do it.
Remember-
They're not ready yet. Okay, we don't
Right.
even know where Natsu is right now.
No, but which like hear me out. They just capture, like they just stall him. They just convince him not to kill them. You could do that. I think it would be.
Well,
I think it would be
seeing what
kinda
actually
cool.
happened in the first issue of Ultimate Wolverine, I call bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's true. They
Yeah, I was
did
saying,
kill him.
him murdering
Yeah, they killed him.
Nightcrawler.
You think that
I
he's
don't know
gonna
if you
be
want to see him
like,
over.
the moment that someone tells him to go kill these girls, he's gonna kill them. Okay,
Well, you know,
there's no
well,
denying.
well, maybe they get their hand on some vibranium and then they stab him and then like they calm him down while he's recovering because it works. Proven method.
I don't believe
No,
you.
it's not. We don't know this man's daughter.
That's true.
But alrighty, audience. You guys got anything that could last us long enough to reach a 2-hour mark?
No, we don't have to go
yes,
2 hours.
I would like to go on my rant.
Wait,
like-
I have one thing we could add because it just came in last minute, and we did just do the review on it. Captain America news. Can we do that? And then Rich you can have your rant.
I want to have my little rant.
I don't have the pictures, so
Like, we don't need pictures. We're
Pictures.
all.
We don't need them.
Are we not the Fanatics, guys? Do we not make it work? Okay, that's what we do.
I
So,
just wanna go on my rant.
but yeah, so we have.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if we're talking about this book tomorrow, so that's why I'm having the rant now. So.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's
Which
fair. We can do that.
Which book?
Yeah, go first, Jay. Go first.
So yeah, Cryptid, you want to talk about it? Because I saw you making some comments down there, bro. I just didn't have time to respond. What you tell me?
Yeah, like for anybody who watched Captain America 4, yeah, it's plainly obvious that there were scenes that were edited, cut, added, and all that yada yada stuff.
Impossible.
No shit.
Impossible.
I know, right? So yeah, and when you watch the trailers, you know that there were some scenes from the trailers that didn't end up making its way into the movie because, again, of the reshoots. One scene in particular was a funeral, and now today it just came out that apparently the original ending was to have the president get killed.
Nope. "Quote unquote" get
It
killed
might have
because he shows up.
been for the best. To be
Well,
honest,
no, hold
if that
on.
happened,
Before,
but I very
before you
much
guys
doubt
get
they're bringing Thunderbolt Ross back as Red Wolf.
Wait, I want to say this before you
For
get
a
too
big
into it because actually the post credit scene he was alive. It's just in the movie he would have been dead, but the post credit scene he would have been fine. He would have been alive. They would have showed him. It says so at the end of the article. So it says with that. It says with.
Go ahead.
It says with that, lightning would have lit up, showing Red Hulk's silhouette and glowing red eyes, only for him to have vanished on a second flash. This is intriguing on several layers but means Ross would have never been held accountable for his actions unless the leader was the one true villain and he was an innocent bystander of sorts. But yeah, he was going to die, quote unquote, but he was going to make it. He was going to come back. So,
but still, full on funeral sequences and everything. So yeah, I can see why they had to get.
Yeah, that was just 10 people long.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
wasting my time.
They were going to say that adamantium nullified gamma energy. Is that in the comics? Can that be a
No. So they got this idea from Chris, do you remember they made vibranium the kryptonite to Hyperion in the crossover thing?
Yes.
So apparently they're just gonna do a remix on that. The point was to just give Sam a way he can definitively beat Red Hulk. Like it'd be like a legit win. But the people who saw it said this is bullshit, and that's why they took it out.
Yeah, I'm glad they swapped it because people already can't accept the fact that he basically gave up and tried to reason with them. But
I mean, that was
so it was weird, like how fast it was, man. I feel like if it was longer, I think people would have let it go.
That's
Yeah,
not what I keep getting from other people. People are like, he shouldn't even have fought him at all. Like, he should have been like that. That's everybody.
Well, no, I still agree he shouldn't have fought him. Everything about this movie should have been a Hulk film. If you have a movie with 5 Hulk people and your hero's not Hulk, people going to feel like they shouldn't be there.
We can't give you that. But I'm saying, like, people are saying that there's no way he could beat him, and I'm saying, like, well, the way the movie gave you is the most reasonable explanation. Yeah. So I couldn't imagine.
He beat him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, he didn't even win. Yeah.
You had to, in these cases scenarios, you have to introduce a MacGuffin to defeat the bad guy. It's something we're going to have to see with Sentry in Thunderbolts, where there's no real reason.
Sentry, I think, is going to be a little bit more believable because if you enter the void and talk to Sentry directly, that is a thing that can happen and kind of set up. That's a little bit easier than convincing me that this guy who, well, to be fair, I think Sam's already being like having his little meetings and stuff probably the best benefit that character in the situation. But it was always gonna be hard for people to accept a Hulk thing after all this time and it ending like that.
Yeah,
no matter what character it was.
That's true.
That's what I couldn't imagine. I could imagine the adamantium thing being the way he beats it because, like, oh my god, like,
I don't like that random power. Yeah, I don't like that random power of adamantium, man. But I guess they just want to do something a little flashy, since they don't want to just say, "Oh, it's just a metal that never breaks," So
yeah. I think it also is that they wanted something to rival Black Wakanda's. I would say Black Widow.
Vibranium.
Yeah, I think they wanted adamantium to finally rival Vibranium. But anyone who don't know, in comics, I want to say at least 10, 15 years ago, adamantium was definitively like the strongest thing. It was like Uru and adamantium, back to back. That was the main thing everyone knew. And then once Black Panther started getting his push, vibranium became everything. There's so many different types of vibranium. There's anti-metal, anti-arctic vibranium. It's a lot of stuff. Wolverine's claws can't even cut vibranium anymore. That's how strong vibranium has gotten. So I think they wanted to make adamantium a bigger deal again, without thinking of the consequences of that happening, instead of just making it harder.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, apparently, the leader would have escaped from the prison in this version as well, so he would have been set up for like a sequel villain of some sorts.
Oh, and they also go in depth. They actually end up explaining why they changed his look. It was what we talked about when we did our review. They changed his look to be more of a tragic villain,
Yeah, I knew. I saw that shit. Because that's the tragedy. He's ugly. He's ugly.
The more
tragedy could already been the giant head, bro. Like, listen. Because the idea of him already having an abnormal head is always going to make him stand out anyway. Okay, he didn't need it to be funny.
All right, but you see, the thing is, like, my boy before had drip. Okay, and now he had aura. Okay, he can't have that anymore without his aura. He's auraless and he's ugly.
Dude,
he can't.
Yeah, dude. The more I keep seeing the leader's design right now, the more I'm like, dude, this is like a sick dog I just have to put down, man. Like, god dang, is there a point of living for you, dude? This is so horrendous, dude. Like, that's what I.
I'm not bad for the actors. He the one who wanted the practical effects, and they still ran it over and CGI'd everything.
True. Oh, that was CGI. Oh, yeah, I guess it was CGI.
What? No, I'm pretty sure he wanted the big.
The practical effect was the long head, not the bumpy thing. Yeah, the bumpy thing.
I guess. I guess maybe he tried seeing what the weight of a big head would be on his head, and he's like, "Oh shit, no, I don't want to wake up with neck pains every filming set." So, all right, CG.
No, he filmed those scenes. It was done, and then when they reshoot it, they made him more ugly.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Apparently, the final Serpent Society villain that we're gonna take on was Diamondback.
Dude, I would have loved to see Diamondback. What the hell?
The girl? Wait, you mean the former Cap love interest? What?
That we're gonna have. It was gonna be Cap and Joaquin Torres taking on Diamondback, and that was the culmination of it.
Instead of some of the decisions.
No. Wait, hold on. It wasn't gonna be like he wasn't gonna replace Red Hulk. I'm saying like that section of the movie, the final Serpent Society villain was going to be her. So
I feel like I mean I still feel like that was that would have been a downgrade to have the final battle be go from Red Hulk to Diamondback because
no,
But
he was
you're
supposed
not
to.
listening. He didn't say the
No.
final battle of the film. He's saying the moment when he fought Sidewinder, it would have been the Serpent Society, and she would have been the last one standing.
Yeah.
I think we should have had the Serpent Society. Eventually.
I think we should have.
Well,
had
we
seven.
did in a sense. Sidewinder still led the Serpent. It just wasn't the
Yeah,
Society.
we also had Copperhead there too. So he was a barely standout-ish schmuck, but he was still Copperhead.
Oh.
But yeah. What else was there from this?
Apparently,
Isaiah was supposed to get his costume in this. He was
wait,
supposed to
what?
be part of battle.
Wait,
Isaiah.
what? Let me read that. Let me read that real quick. I have it. Damn it! I keep cutting down.
From museum, bro. They know he about to drag that old dirty thing out.
Similar to what we saw in the finished cut, the mission retrieved the stolen adamantium, and the confrontation was seemingly going to culminate in Wait, where are you reading that? Oh, here it is. Promo art has shown Isaiah in costume, and had he helped recover the stolen metal, it would make sense for him to be invited to the White House before it's coming. He was supposed to go on that mission? I don't know about that.
That's
I don't
so
know, man.
dumb, though.
No, that's dumb. That's not even character.
I don't.
That's dumb. There's no way he would go out his way to try to help the government on a random mission.
I don't.
Especially how dirty they did him.
Yeah, I don't think it will look good to see the actor is great, but to see him actually on the field during the action scenes, I can see why they had to cut that.
Yeah, Bucky wasn't going to be in the movie.
Yeah,
or wasn't?
He wasn't because Thunderbolts.
He has a scene where he talks for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was a little confuzzled.
Yeah, but Thunderbolts was supposed to happen before this movie, so he wasn't going to be here. So he's going to be doing that.
I mean, I wasn't expecting him to be here, but
not
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
the one with character, he wasn't going to be here because I know we probably have to wait. That's not a good sign of his future.
And lastly, as we all knew, Ruth, the Black Widow character, she was gonna have a bigger role in the story. She was gonna be they're gonna go into her super soldier thing, the Red Room stuff, and she was gonna have a costume. I said watching the movie, the way they wrote her, she didn't really need to be in it with what they had left for her, mainly because she does the same thing Sam does, but just differently.
Fuck that bitch.
Not really. The scene of them killing, trying to shoot up the place where Isaiah was at stuff, Sam couldn't beat her for that.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I guess she did stop that, but I don't know. I don't know about her getting into a costume unless it was going to be like a Black Widow type costume. I don't really see what
If she wasn't going to be in Thunderbolts, I think Yelena should have been in this movie rather than that bitch.
No, I'd just rather no one been here at all.
I made a whole list on Twitter of characters that would have been a better fit for this movie than that fucking bitch. And it got pretty popular, so I'm not complaining too much.
The part of her role was that Ross hired elevated a Black Widow to be his personal guard, basically.
Oh,
none of those characters will fit that role.
You know what? If they had thought about it, Ross wanted to make Avengers. If he had hired Yelena, that could have led to the Thunderbolts, and he would have been named after him because his whole thing was wanting to make a legacy that his daughter could be proud of. Like, this is my team, my name on it.
I would have hated that. You know, they would have changed in the comments. That would have pissed me off. No. That would have pissed me off.
Yeah, but they're already doing.
I would have quit the podcast. I would have quit the podcast over that.
Were they going to change it in the comics anyway, based off the movie now? Isn't that going to happen anyway?
Oh my God! No, the team was changed. We talk about the origin and the name and all that other stuff would change.
Okay. Well, in terms of a story for the MCU to tell, I think that would have been a dope story. I don't, the comics would have been comics, I guess. I don't know what to say, but so.
I guess it would have been 3 people.
Yeah. So, but other than that, but that was it. Captain America 4 reshoots. Hopefully we'll get the full plot leak so we'll know everything about it, but who knows? But yeah,
So you have to please put the actual film scene on the director's cut of the film, or at least in the when you put it in your Disney Play, put in the extra scene stuff, bro.
you know,
Mhm.
if they
DVD, put on
count,
DVD, Blu-ray, something, bro. I want to see this stuff.
you know what? Marvel's What If would have been great if they did shit like this. But like, oh, this was like the alternate version of the movie that we were gonna make, and this could have been it. They could have had an episode about this. Like, what?
What if? Oh my god!
Right. So,
That sounds like a downgrade,
Congratulations,
man.
you got a duck baby instead.
right.
Mhm.
So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, without
Yeah.
further ado, which you have the floor.
Okay, cool. Because I know we're not really any of us are talking about the mainline X-Men books right now, but I needed to go on this rant for the sake of my own mental insanity right now. So, if you guys didn't know, we're gonna get an Alpha Flight issue next month, right? Or maybe
Mhm.
the
Ooh.
I don't know when. Hold on. But we got a preview of them in this past issue that I think came out last week. Don't quote me on that. So I was skimming through it and I was like, something seems off about this, okay? So I need you all to hear me out on this, okay? So if you guys don't remember what happened, at the end of volume 5 of Alpha Flight, which was the most recent Alpha Flight book, the team is separated right now, okay? The non-mutant members are imprisoned, with one being in a coma and the other half is in space, kind of. We're not getting into it right now because I don't want to get into it right now. So we see that Alpha Flight is pulling up in this X-Men issue, and I was like, first of all, why is Marina here? She was in space. And 2, she doesn't have wings. Marina, she's a alien fish lady. She was married to Namor for a while.
That's it. Yeah. I looked her up last time we talked about her.
Yeah. So I saw Marina and I saw everyone. I was like, okay. And then I looked closer. Okay. I looked a little closer. And I was like, wait, Marina doesn't have wings. Heather / Vindicator at this point, I guess, but she's Nemesis right now, but I don't know. She's wearing a black suit and she's not in a coma. Okay. Guardian, or Mac as what I will be calling him, he doesn't have fire powers. Snowbird, I have nothing on right now because she's just in a bird form right now because that's what she does. She can turn into animals. And then Puck, he looks a little too tall. And I know you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? Trust me. So this is my theory, and I fully believe this. I think it's Skrulls. I think Skrulls are impersonating Alpha Flight, and I'm gonna have a word with them when I am confirmed of this information. So you gotta wait till next month for this second half of this rant. But I knew something was up. I was like, this is a little too suspicious for me. Because guess what? Marina having wings, guess what? Those look a lot like Skrull wings. And before you're like, what do you know? How do you know what Skrull wings looks like? Have you seen what Teddy Altman looks like? He has Skrull wings, okay, bitch? Like,
okay, but he looks like me though. So are you calling me a Skrull? Huh?
Yes, I'm calling you a Skrull.
That's kind of racist, but all right.
Yes, everyone's a Skrull. Everyone has a Skrull impersonator.
You're allowed to be racist to Skrulls. We have that in people.
No, but the thing is, we saw Skrulls earlier in the issue, so that's where my point is. And I was talking with one of my friends on Instagram who also likes Alpha Flight, and we were chit-chatting about this, and she was like, maybe it's Doombots because of all the Doom stuff. And I was like, that is a possibility, but bestie, I have to tell you that this is Skrulls because we saw Skrulls earlier in the issue, and I don't think they're going to go that far yet. We have the raid on Grey Malkin thing going on right now as well, so... And so in conclusion, Skrulls, they are being impersonated by Skrulls. They should never let Mac out of prison ever again, because if you know, you know. That guy is a creep, and I hope I never have to see him outside of a prison cell ever again. Everyone else, they can be let go. I don't care, because I actually like all those motherfuckers. But I've read enough Alpha Flight to know. I don't like you, Mac. At least Walter got a character arc, okay? Where, you know, he just had to be a woman for a little bit of time and also being a robot before then to be like, maybe I was being an asshole. You never had that. You just like pull up and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna run Alpha Flight again. Because fuck you, Heather, I guess. Even though, you know, you led the team for a lot longer than I have and you did a way better fucking job. Anyways, if I keep going on this rant, we're gonna be here all night. But I'm gonna try to stretch it out to 125. Okay, is that okay with you guys?
I mean, you got 30 seconds. Go.
Cool, because Mac, I hate you with all of my being. I hate you more than Walter. At least, like, if I have to rank every single Alpha Flight leader, which includes Wolverine from that one What If, it would be you on the way fucking bottom. Then it would be Walter, because I don't really care that much about his stuff, but he was a pretty decent leader. And then Logan, and then Heather. Okay, so in conclusion, fuck you, Mac. My time is up.
Okay.
Well, there you
That's
go.
all I needed.
All right.
How do you feel
Gross.
about that?
Okay. So
Girls.
yeah, we reached all the topics of the week, audience.
Plus
So,
2 bonus ones.
Yay. Mm-hmm. So
Oh, that we stole. Somebody else.
You guys
Sorry.
just let me rant about Alpha Flight for like 5 minutes, so it's fine.
That's right.
Gotcha. So
Girls,
alrighty,
in
guys.
conclusion, scrolls, guys.
Yes.
All right. I'm pretty sure when we do our comic reviews tomorrow, they'll well be past 2 hours at that point. So, all right. So, yeah, play the ending, Jake.
No,